So, I have given you 1 kg chicken. I'll ask you to cut into pieces. So first you will get it into what? Leg separately, chest separately, like that. Later further smaller, further smaller, further smaller, further smaller. So if you keep on make it into small and small and small, so you will get smallest particle. Now further, you people cannot able to cut. So that particles only we used to called as, what is that particles, Mr. Everybody we used to call? That is only called as atoms. So what is the name given by atoms? Anybody? Maharishi Kannad given some name for the atoms. Anybody? Harish? Mitakshri? Maharishi Kannad said some. Yes, that is what you all should remember. It is called as Paramanu. So all of you remember that. So it is given by Mr. John, Maharishi Kannad. That is what we used to call it as Paramanu. So now that Paramanu only we used to call it as atoms. Okay. So that is the second point. So atoms cannot be divided, means it is not possible to cut the atoms furthermore. That is only called as cannot be divided. Atoms are the smallest particles which is not possible to divide more further. Next, what is the first law of chemical proportion? Anybody can tell? What is the first law of chemical proportions? Law of conservation of what?
Mass.
Law of conservation of mass. So that is only the third point. So mass neither be created nor destroyed during chemical reaction. During chemical reaction. So that is only third point. Atoms can neither be created nor destroyed in any chemical reaction. That is only third point of Dalton atomic theory. Okay. Next, I have given you, for example, I have given you gold. I have given you iron. I have given you copper. Now tell me, is it all are made up of same atoms or different atoms? That is what my question. Aswin, Harini, Abhirami, is it made up of same atoms or different atoms? Mitakshri?
Different atoms.
Yes. Gold is made up of gold atoms. Is it yes or no? Iron is made up of iron atoms. Copper is made up of copper atoms. So different substances is made up of different atoms. For example, if I'll take water, water is made up of what? H2O molecules. If I'll take salt, NaCl molecules, like that. Different substances is made up of different atoms. That is only the fourth point. So atoms are not same. There are various kinds. There are many kinds of atoms or elements, as are elements. So till today we are having 118 elements to known to us. Means how many different atoms we have? Everyone? How many atoms we have? Hari? Akilan?
118, sir.
Yes. 118. So every atom is not same, various kinds. 118 elements till today we people knows. So means we have 118 atoms. Understanding? Next. Now you tell me, for example, you will take suppose one bag of iron, and next one bag of cotton. Next, like physics we studied density, you might be remember, and one bag of mercury. Now you tell me, is it all the bag having the same mass or different mass, and the size is same or different, or everything is remains same? Everybody, I want the answer. Yes, Mitakshri, Hari, Kaushik, Johan. I have given you one bag of iron and one bag of mercury. Is it both are having the same mass and size and different mass and size? Yes, please. They made up of different atoms. Understanding? Different atoms. Who is having more density? Tell me. Mercury or iron? Basically, we know that. Mercury or iron?
Iron, sir.
Iron is more density. Yeah. Who is that? Iron is density is only 7.8 gram per cubic centimeter. Mercury is 13.6 gram per cubic centimeter. That is why, do you remember? If I'll take the mercury, iron will float or sink, Hari? Iron will
Float, sir.
Float, sir.
physics. Do you remember that? So that is what I'm saying. So different substances is made up of different atoms. So is this atom size is same or different? Every atom is having same size or different sizes? Yes, please. Atoms are not same size. Do you understanding? And same mass also. They're having different size, different mass, and different properties. If I'll take iron atoms, if I'll take mercury atoms, if I'll take, for example, hydrogen atoms, hydrogen is smallest, oxygen more bigger, mercury more bigger. Understanding? Like that, suppose if I'll take carbon, little bigger than hydrogen, but less than oxygen. So that is how it will be there. So size of the atoms is not same. Mass of the atom is also not same. Do you understand, everybody? For example, if I'll take one hydrogen atom, if I have taken, understanding, one hydrogen atom and one carbon atom, do you remember that? One carbon atom is equals to 12 hydrogen atoms. Means in the sense of what? Who is having more mass? Hari? Abhirami? Nimish? Ashwin Balaji?
Carbon.
Carbon. Do you understanding? Like that. That is also we'll study in this chapter. So their mass is not same. That is what size is also not same. That is only fifth point. All the atoms of given elements are identical in every respect. What is that? Having the same mass, size, and chemical properties. Which one? Given element. For example, if I'll take gold, if you'll go to America, if you'll go to UK, if it comes to India, wherever it is, gold, everywhere it made up of atoms, AU atoms. Every atom having same mass. That is what? Identical, we can say. Identical atoms. Identical means what? Same atoms. Same atoms, same size, same mass, and same chemical properties. Everywhere in the world, chemical properties. But if I'll take different atoms, next point is same thing. Different elements differ in mass, differ in size, differ in chemical properties. Understand, everybody? Please respond. Identical atoms, every respect they're having same mass, same size, and same chemical properties. Different elements, different mass, different size, and different chemical properties. Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
That is what you have to remember. Understand, Mr. Johan? Next. Chemical combination between two or more elements consist in the joining together of atoms of these elements to form molecules of compounds. That is what is the meaning of this one? Chemical combination between two or more elements. For example, if I'll take hydrogen element, if I'll take oxygen element, so they will joining together of atoms of these elements and they'll form molecule. What is the molecule they'll form? Molecules of compound. Everybody can tell me what is the molecule of compound? What is that? Everybody, what is that, guys? Molecule of what it is? Molecule of water. So water is a compound or element? Everyone? Water is a what?
Compound.
Compound. So that is what I am saying. So different atoms of elements will chemically combine. Different atoms of elements combine chemically will form, what they will form, Mitakshri? Will form molecules of compounds. That is what you all should remember. Okay. So compound is a what? More than one atom is present. So if it is different atoms, then definitely it will form compound. That is what molecules of compound will say. So that is only they are saying. So that is what proposed by Mr. John Dalton. Example also you can write. Hydrogen atoms and oxygen atom chemically combining and they are forming a molecule of water. As we know, water is a compound or not? Yes or no, guys? Yes, that is what you have to remember. Now, In this water, if I have taken like any compound, the mass ratio is always remains constant. Is it yes or no, guys? Mass ratio is always remains fixed. What is that law called as? Everybody, what is that law called as? We studied already.
Law of constant proportion.
Law of constant proportion, or we can say fixed proportion. That is only the next point. The number and kind of atoms in a given compound is always fixed. So if we'll take for example water, always number of hydrogens is 2, oxygens is 1. This is what atom ratio. Atom ratio. What is the mass ratio? What is the mass ratio? 1:8. Always it is remains constant. Remember, number of atom ratio and mass ratio always constant in a given compound. So for example, if we take water, 2:1 is the atom ratio, 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. Mass ratio is 1:8. Means 1 times of total mass is hydrogen mass, and 8 times of mass is total mass is oxygen mass. This is always remains constant. Is it okay, Mitakshri, Abhirami? Next, during chemical combination, atoms of different elements combine in a small whole numbers to form compounds. That is the major thing. So all of you remember, any compound will form only by smallest possible number. That is what you all should remember. Smallest ratio only you can make it. For example, you will take calcium oxide. You take it, all of you. Basically, it will form Ca2 plus and oxygen 2 minus. So the formula will come Ca2, okay, and oxygen O2. Like this will come. If you learn crisscross method. I think already you learned in the school, but once again I'm saying. So we learn there also this crisscross method. So all of you remember, basically Ca2O2 will come, calcium oxide. But what is the formula we are writing? Calcium oxide, we are writing only CaO. So remember, always you must write in a smallest ratio. So 2/2, here also what? 2/2. So which will leads to what? 1 only. So which will come CaO. Same way, H2O. What is the mass ratio, Hari? What is the mass ratio H2? 2 into 1 is to 1 into 16. So which is equals to 2:16. So is it possible to write 2:16? Everybody? Is it possible to write 2:16? Smallest ratio. So by 2, which is equals to 1:8 ratio. So always you have to write mass ratio or atom ratio, everything in the smallest possible one. For example, if we take ammonia, you can take 1 into 14 is to 3:1, which is equals to 14:3. Now it is not possible to make it smallest. So that is why it is already in smallest one. So we can write the mass ratio of ammonia is 14:3 only. Is it okay, everybody? Abhirami, Harini? That is what you have to remember it. So that is the point of this one. During chemical combination, atoms of different elements combine in always small whole numbers only. What do you mean by whole numbers? Anybody can tell? Whole number starts from where? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that only. Nowhere like 0.5, 0.7, 0.8, like that, never possible. Complete whole numbers only they will take place. Okay, guys, everyone? Yes, please. Always you have to write smallest whole numbers. That is also very important. Next, atoms of the same element can combine in one or more one ratio to form more than one compound. More than one compound. That is what you have to remember. For example, if I'll take, all of you remember, they're saying one element, for example, hydrogen, if we'll take water, how many hydrogens are there, guys? How many hydrogens are there? 2 hydrogens are there.
2 hydrogens.
You understanding? For example, if I'll take HCl, how many hydrogens are there? Only one hydrogen. So it is not that everywhere only 2 hydrogens will react. Understand, Hari? That is only the last point. So different number they will react for the different compounds. Atoms of the same element can combine in more than one ratio to form more than one compound. Is it okay, everybody? Yes, please. So based upon their number, different compounds we used to called as. For example, if we'll take hydrocarbons, if one carbon react with a 4 hydrogen, we'll get a methane. If 2 carbons react with the 6 hydrogens, we'll get ethane. 3 carbons react with the 8 hydrogens, then we will get the propane. 4 carbons reacting with the 10 hydrogens, we used to get the butane. So that is what you have to remember. So butane is the one which is present in our LPG cylinders, liquefied petroleum gas. Just for your knowledge, I am saying. So you see here, everywhere number of atoms is different, so that the compound is also different. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So that is only the last point. So last point is, all of you remember, atoms of same element can combine in more than one ratio to form more than one compound. So these are the 10 points of Dalton's atomic theory. So as it is already time up, I will send in the group, and the evening when you come back from the school, you can write it. So hope all of you understand these 10 points. Any doubt? Hitakshri, Aswin, clear? So that is what it is. You have to remember. But in these, so many points are proved, disproved. It is wrong. Dalton's theory is wrong, which we'll study in the next chapter and as well as this chapter also. So some points are not agreed present after later inventions of new things. We'll discuss in the later classes. So with this, I'll stop. So all of you learn these 10 points also, note it down in our classwork, and we'll meet in tomorrow's class. Thank you, all of you.